Hello, boys and girls. Miss Karen is here again today. I hope you guys have been having fun this week doing your learning from home. This morning in your packet of stuff that you got from school, you should have had an assignment to do with your Let's Find Out magazine. So today we're going to talk a little bit about this magazine. And so if you haven't got it right in front of you, go ahead. You can pause this video, go grab your magazine because we're going to read it together. So everybody should have their Let's Find Out magazine with the giraffe on it. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this magazine. So you might have already read through it. You might have done some of this stuff on the back, but I wanted to talk about it together like we do in class. So this is something that we would normally do maybe in a small group or at center time. And now that we're doing our virtual VPK, we're going to do it all together on our videos on Fridays. Okay, so hopefully you have your magazine in front of you. And this is a really cool one. I loved the cover of this one. We always get such cool photographs on the cover of our Let's Find Out magazines. But this one's especially cool because it's got such a cute animal on it. You see the giraffe? What is he doing? Looks like he's having some lunch, huh? He is eating some leaves. So it said, would you munch on a plant for lunch? So he looks like he's eating a type of plant that came from a tree. See the leaves? Have you ever eaten a plant for lunch? It sounds funny, but I know you have eaten plants for lunch. In fact, I am pretty sure I've seen some plants in some of your lunches at school. Animals think plant parts are yummy. What part of the plant is this giraffe eating? Well, we can see he's eating the leaves. All right, let's open it up together. All right, we're going to read the title up here. Munch, munch, plant parts for lunch. All right, let's start right here where there's that pink box. And what animal do you see? Looks like a panda, huh? They're so cute. Munch, munch, plant parts for lunch. This panda eats a stem. So some of you guys know that pandas like to eat bamboo. Bamboo, the part that they eat, that's considered the stem of a plant. So they eat stems. I wonder if we ever eat stems. Let's read the orange part. Munch, munch, plant parts for lunch. This donkey eats a root. So what is it that he's got in his mouth? A carrot. Did you know a carrot was the root of a plant? I see lots of you guys eating carrots in your lunch boxes. So you have been eating plant parts. You've been eating the roots of a plant. That's pretty cool. Let's read the blue part. Munch, munch, plant parts for lunch. This koala eats a leaf. See him eating the leaf? I think I've seen you guys eat leaves in your lunchbox. If you've ever had a salad, some type of a lettuce, that's a leaf. My boys love to eat salad with like yummy stuff like cheese and ranch and olives on them. But the important part is they're getting that lettuce in there and they are eating a part of a plant. They're eating the leaf. Let's read the purple part. Use your pointer finger to read along with me. Munch, munch, plant parts for lunch. This rabbit eats a flower. Oh my goodness. You know, a lot of animals like to eat flowers. In fact, sometimes I try to grow flowers at my house and the flowers don't always live because we have deer that live around here and the deer like to eat things like roses and pretty flowers. Oh, they think it's delicious. Let's look at this part of our magazine. Maybe you've already done this part. If not, we can do it together. See that beautiful sunflower? We're actually growing sunflowers in my backyard right now. We started it about 2 weeks ago when we found out we were going to be home for a while. We had some sunflower seeds and Brady and Nolan planted them in the ground and they started to sprout right away and now we actually can see some leaves. So we're starting to see some plant parts already in our garden. I hope that my sunflowers in my yard end up looking like this. It's beautiful. So you notice that this picture of the sunflower has all these blank spots in it with some arrows pointing. right? And they're pointing to different parts of the plant. And that's what we're going to do together. We're going to figure out what part of the plant it is. The words that we need to fill in are right here in our word bank. So the words that we have here to describe the parts of the plant are stem, leaf, flower, and root. You probably know which is which, but let's do this together. Okay, let me grab my crayon here. You can use a pencil or a marker or whatever you have at home, maybe a pen. And let's decide what part of the plant each of these little spots is pointing to. So right here in this purple box, I'm going to follow the arrow and it's pointing right up here. What part of the plant is this? Is this the stem? Is it the leaf? Is it the flower? Or is it the root? It sure looks like a flower to me. So I'm going to write flower. F-L-O-W-E-R. Just like it's written right there. All right, what about this blue part here? What is this pointing to? Is that the, well, we know it's not the flower because we already did that one. Is it the stem? Is it the leaf? Or is it the root? So look carefully. It's pointing right here, this big part right here. That's a leaf, right? My little sunflowers that I'm growing in my garden already have their little leaves on, and they look very similar to that. So let's write leaf, L-E-A-F. L-E-A-F, leaf. All right, next we're gonna do this pink part right here. And let's follow the arrow. It's pointing right there to that tall, skinny part that goes the whole length of our sunflower. What is that thing called? The stem. Let's write stem. It's S-T-E-M. Okay, there's one part left in our flower right here. What is this? It's pointing down to the part that goes under the ground. You remember what that is? It's the roots of our plant, right? So root, R-O-O-T. That's the part that gathers nutrients and water from the ground. And it helps keep our plant stuck in the ground, right? So it doesn't blow away. So those are the parts of the sunflower. We've labeled all the different parts: the flower, the leaf, the stem, and the root. Let's turn to the back. Oh, look, they're growing a garden. It says we're going to graph the garden, count the vegetables growing in the garden, color the graph to show how many there are of each. So this graph goes in this direction. And the different things that they're growing in the garden that are listed are lettuce, carrot, tomato, and radish. And we want to see how many of each of those vegetables are growing in our garden. So we'll start with the lettuce. So the lettuce is like the green fluffy things, right? Looks like these are the lettuce right here. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. I see 3 lettuces. So I'm going to color all the way to the number 3. Here it says lettuce. I'm going to color 1, 2, 3. You do that on yours if you haven't already. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Carrot. Let's count how many carrots are growing in this garden. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 again. So I'm going to color 1, 2, 3 like I did for my lettuce. Here I go. 1, 2, 3. Got yours colored? Okay. Tomato is next. I got to check in these little tomato plants up here. All right, I see 1, 2, 3, oh, and 4. 4 tomatoes. So I'm going to color to the number 4 for my tomato. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. All right, and last one is a radish. How many radishes do I see? Where are the radishes? Oh, look, they're underground. They must be a root, just like the carrots. I see 1, 2 radishes, or radish plants. See the leaves coming up? So I'm going to color to the number 2. Awesome. Okay, guys, I'm going to put this to the side, and I thought we could do a quick little exercise to help us remember some things that we learned about plants. So let me get my video started. And we're going to stand up and get ready to move. Here I go.
Dance break. Move like a plant.
We're going to move like a plant. We're going to grow up, 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 up.
Open and bloom.
Now we're going to open and bloom.
Sway in the breeze.
Now we're going to sway in the breeze like a plant.
Sway. Good work. Freeze.
Freeze.
Now take a deep breath in.
Let's take a deep breath in.
1, 2, 3, and let it out. 3, 2, 1. Now melt to the ground.
Now melt to the ground. I'm back. That was a good little brain break for us, huh? We got to do some exercise, a little moving. All right, guys, now we're going to do our next activity. Do you remember on Monday Circle Time how we started making our list of letter N words? Let's add some words to that list because we're going to need that for our next activity. Let me turn my board around where I have my letter N list. Remember on Monday, we came up with these words that had the N sound. Nolan, my son Nolan. Nest, nap, night, nickel, nurse. Okay, have you been thinking of some more N words, words that start with a N sound? I was thinking of a friend that's in my class. Maybe some of you guys are thinking of the same one. I was thinking of my friend Nathaniel. I'm going to write Nathaniel's name on here. And I was also thinking of my friend Nicole. Okay, maybe you know some more friends that start with a N sound. Like Brady and Nolan, they have a grandma, and their grandma's name is Nana. All right, Nana here. All right, guys. So today we're going to talk about your portfolio page. You guys should be very familiar with the portfolio page. Let me pull it out to show you. Maybe your grown-up doesn't know about this, but you guys should know all about these portfolio pages. In your packet, you should have a portfolio page that has letter N on it and another one for letter N because we didn't get to doing our letter N portfolio page before we left on spring break. So you guys are going to be working on that today and next week. So I wanted to talk about how to do this letter N portfolio page in case you forgot or in case your grown-up doesn't know anything about this paper. We can talk about it together. Let me turn my board around. And we're going to do this N page together. Sorry, I know it's loud. I'm moving that thing. Here we go. All right, letter N. Our letter of the week was N, and we know that N makes a N sound. So I was thinking of what word I wanted to draw in my picture today for the letter N. Okay, you guys know I love my son Nolan. So I think I'm going to write about Nolan, maybe draw a picture of Nolan. And what could Nolan be doing in his picture? Nolan. Oh, you know what? Nolan loves his piggy bank. So maybe I'm going to draw a picture of Nolan counting his nickels. I'm going to get 2 N words. His nickels from his piggy bank. I'm going to get my crayons out. Use whatever you've got at home. We have a big bucket of crayons in our house, but if you don't have that, you can use colored pencils, marker, use whatever you've got. Maybe you've got some colored pens. If you have colors, that'll really make your picture beautiful and detailed. If you don't, just use what you got, okay? So I'm going to draw Nolan, and I remember from when I did Mapman that when I draw a person, he's going to have a head and eyes. And okay, let me remember. Here's Nolan. He's got his head. And let me scooch closer so you don't want to miss this. That's better. Okay, there's Nolan. Here's his eyes and his mouth. Here's his hair. Here's his body. He's got legs. He's got arms. Let me give him some hands. Oh, he needs 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And maybe he's got his feet right there. Oh, let me give him some ears. There's my Nolan. All right, and Nolan, I said Nolan was going to be playing with his piggy bank, right? So here's his piggy bank. Oh gosh, I got to remember how to make a pig. Let's see, maybe a head, some ears, a body, and it's got a little hole on the top where the money can go, and its little legs. So there's his piggy bank. All right, now I'm going to count. Oh, he's counting nickels, so I've got to get something that looks like nickels. Ooh. I have kind of a silvery looking crayon. I didn't even know we had that. Maybe I'll try that. So here's his nickels. All right, there's Nolan and his nickels. So I need to put my word that I drew up at the top. So grown-ups, ask your kiddo, what word are you drawing about? Tell me about your picture. So for my picture, my word was Nolan. So this is my word is, and I'm going to write Nolan. And down here, I need to write a sentence about my picture. So you guys heard me describe my picture. It was Nolan counting his nickels. So tell your grown-up about your picture, and then they can write your sentence. Maybe some of you can even start labeling some sounds that you hear in your picture. So maybe I put an N by Nolan. Nolan. Maybe I put a P by my piggy bank. You could do that too while your grown-up is writing your sentence. So for my picture, I put my details in. I've got my person and my piggy bank and my coins. I'm going to write my sentence using my words. My word was Nolan and nickels. I'm going to make sure I use my words. So to describe my picture, Nolan is counting his nickels from his piggy bank. All right, grown-ups, so you're going to write that right there for their pictures. So you guys have that for letter M and letter N that you can be working on. Remember to add lots of pictures. Let me show you what mine looks like here. Lots of details to your picture, and then tell your grown-up your sentence. All right? So be thinking about some N words that you would want to draw about, and also your M words from the week before. All right, friends, I had so much fun talking with you guys about the parts of a plant, doing our little dance, and coming up with our portfolio page idea together. Be working hard, be having fun, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.